Whether it's your first time or not, purchasing a new home is always worth every dime. It's an exciting journey. There isn't really much to expect when you buy a house in the small town of Tucson, Arizona. But John Sims had just moved into his new home, and the surprise of his life awaits him. This was going to be one exciting experience for Johnny. Rumor had been going around for years concerning his newly acquired home, and Johnny was getting ready for the thrill of his life. The rumor Johnny made him even more curious. "I must find out the mystery behind my new home," he said. So with a shovel in hand, John began digging. John didn't think a shovel would do. He may not have known what he was going to find while digging, but he knew he needed more than just a shovel, so he went and got more tools to aid his discovery. Without a map and an idea of what he was looking for, Johnny dug for a long time and found nothing. Will he continue digging and messing up his garden? At the verge of being discouraged, he decided to try other measures to find the hidden treasure. He needed a new plan, and he came up with one. They should know something about his house that can be helpful. What did the municipality tell Johnny? He immediately went to the municipality to seek for more information on his house, and he left their office with a smile on his face. He had gotten the information he so desperately wanted. Johnny discovered that a sports company wanted to build a swimming pool in his house. Although Johnny's house didn't /T have a swimming pool, he knew that if he continued his search, he could find something interesting, and indeed, he couldn't /T wait. To appease the upheaval of curiosity fueled by the new information he discovered at the municipality, Johnny paid for the services of a team of experts. They arrived at Johnny's home with metal detectors and all the tools and equipment they would need for the task ahead. After carefully marking 2 locations in John/S backyard, the job of the experts was complete. Holla! Johnny's excited. Who wouldn't be? He had gotten an idea of where to start digging. Now, John could be at peace and plan how to uncover the mystery. But what did he really find? With his shovel, he began digging again, but this time in the right places where the metal detectors had beeped. Clang. What's that? That was the sound of Johnny's shovel hitting against metal. An entrance. But to where? Obviously, it wasn't /T a well, a hole, nor a sewer pipe. But the more he discovers, the more he has to discover. With the excitement that he was getting closer, John did not lose any enthusiasm. However, once again, this was not a task to be completed by himself alone. John wasn't /T sure what he might discover or whether or not it was safe to go down there, just in case the structure suddenly collapsed. Thus, he had to engage several people who had expertise in this area. Having found help, John was bold enough to go in, and it was amazing where it leads. John decided to go into the hatch. It was time to appease his curiosity. Here comes the moment of truth. Even though John was surprised when he first looked down, nothing could have prepared him for what he saw after he adjusted his sight for a closer look. Come to find out, those metal sheets were, in fact, parts of an old spiral staircase. So they're /S a staircase. But is it safe to walk down? That /S a big gamble and a big risk, especially since the structure wasn't /T stable. Having stood for over 50 years, there was no clear way of telling how stable it was. John then decided to gather together some friends to aid him in making sure entering the structure was safe enough. John was obviously going to play it safe. His curiosity and the excitement surrounding his discovery couldn't /T beat the need for safety. Thus, John and friends devised an entrance strategy to the underground space that was safe and secure enough. They took to reconstructing the entrance by expanding and strengthening the access road around the stairs with concrete and new steel. But was that really necessary? Of course. While doing this minor remodeling, they had to get rid of the spiral staircase and used a ladder instead for safety. John finally went down into the hole to see where it led. Will all my hard work be rewarded by what I find? Upon entrance, John was perplexed. He had discovered an amazing large room built deep beneath his backyard. What /S more astonishing is that the floor was solid and the entire structure was in great shape. But there was more. Would you believe that, along with this tunnel, there was a complete tunnel complex? With this discovery, John had questions and soon he found answers. It turns out that the underground room was built in the '50s during the Cold War as a nuclear reception center for radioactive precipitation, aka bomb shelter. Because of the terror and paranoia caused by the Cold World War period between the US and the Soviet Union, many people had similar bunkers built in their backyard. However, the reason why a swimming pool company would do this was still unclear. John looked for the answer and soon discovered it. Whitaker Pools, the swimming pool company, had this shelter built during the Cold War in response to the demands of customers to add it as part of their services, just in case something were to happen while good people were having a good swim. It wasn't /T rocket science anyway, as they knew quite well that it /S the same logic as digging the ground for swimming pools. The next thing John did was to renovate the bunker and restore it back to shape. But to accomplish this, he needed money, around $2,000. So he went ahead to set up a GoFundMe page. On his GoFundMe page, he wrote thus, "Hello, I am John, and I need help repairing a vintage shelter that I discovered in my backyard." However, his plan was specific to his demands. He only needed the entrance completely renovated. Well, he did it. All through the process, he shared updates, and once completed, he took to his page and reported that the entrance was finally completed. In his words, "The stairs are complete. Now at /S easy and safe to climb in and out." Wow! What a story!